Hey, peace and blessings. This your brother Sorry back with another one. Yeah, just want to kind of follow up with the one I did this morning in regards to um a hack to um let me see, a hack to human bandwidth and computing power, right? I just wanted to kind of double back on that. Um, so when we talk about that and we talk about a lot of the stuff that we're dealing with, let's say like the experiential and true master, um, what you're dealing with an upgrade to the way that um, um, we receive and process information, right? So we're attempting to receive and process larger chunks of information faster. So we're bypassing our normal human limitations on bandwidth and attention span by using symbols, right? With symbols, like how we said earlier this morning, you can have thousands or tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of meanings for one individual symbol. Two contradictory symbols don't uh, can be put right next to each other, and they can still coexist without conflict and everything like that. So with all that being said, these are just natural ways, and like I said, these are ways, this idea of symbols and everything like that, this is a blast from the past. I mean, ancient people, like I said, but like previous videos have talked about before, we really got into phonetic script and kind of entropy kind of set in. This is closer to how we processed information anyway. So what was talked about this morning when we talk about the climax of knowledge and everything like that, pretty soon we'll have to compete with machines as far as jobs. If you look at some of the latest advancements in AI, what they're talking about, they're talking about a mixed workforce of robots and humans and everything like that. They're talking about, pretty much a lot of your jobs being eliminated and everything like that. And they're talking about pretty much the AI continuing to um, multiply its intelligence at a level where humans eventually become obsolete. Now, me personally, I always thought, shout out to the lady Sophia Stewart. Um, she's the writer of the book called The Third Eye. The Third Eye would eventually become the series Terminator and The Matrix. So in reality, Terminator and The Matrix is kind of like one prophetic thing or whatever the case may be. Um, and this isn't really something this isn't really a stretch. It's not like you can't just go on YouTube and Google and also Google, AI and all the different things associated with it. Google AI safety, and you see all the different things that could potentially uh, come and everything like that. So with this information, excuse me, with this algorithm and with this whole thought process or whatever case may be, it's not necessarily information. Don't get this confused with any type of belief system. You're filtering situations and things through an algorithm. The difference that I took with True Master, um, I filtered a whole structured system through that, and I found how it transforms the system or whatever case may be. So it's a difference in how you process the information. So let's say like if I do take a system, it's a difference between, let's say, like me doing martial arts from the mindset of a regular martial artist or whatever. It has its value in that. It has layer upon layer of value in that. But also, when I filter it through this different thought process, I see something different. I see other layers and other things within that same thing or whatever. So the way that I processed information has changed or whatever case may be. So when we talk about certain things that we say, like honor yourself, and you see what I'm saying, I might reference the soul in certain instances or whatever. It's just certain things from viewing the world through the algorithm, certain things that you just gonna see that are gonna be constants. You see what I'm saying? So you just over time, as you run across things that you can identify that are constants, You just adjust your perception accordingly. And like how we say things like nature is self-similar across scale. We're dealing with patterns. Of course, nature is self-similar across scale. When we observe it, that's a constant. Okay, honor yourself. You know, if you don't honor yourself, just that theme alone, um, that's one of the sources of unfavorable situations or whatever, and that's just certain things are just constants or whatever. So a lot of the things that we talk about, we may speak about them as if it's like some sort of philosophical or religious belief. No, I'm just filtering the world through a particular algorithm or whatever case may be. I'm using the term algorithm so it's a lot, and maybe it's more digestible in this modern term, so people don't think this is some sort of religion or something like that or whatever. And it's not even information. It's not knowledge. You see what I'm saying? Because I can talk to you about this till I'm blue in the face, but unless you do it and actually do the exercises and actually make an attempt to understand what I'm talking about in your life, you see what I'm saying? This will just be a dude talking, and it'll sound deeper. It'll sound however it sounds or whatever, but you won't get the fullness of what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, just kind of rehashing this thing from this morning or whatever. You know, And the reason why this upgrade is even relevant is because, when this whole AI revolution takes place or whatever, uh, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of temptation to merge with the machine and all this stuff like that and do all these kind of weird things. And honestly, we never know who has our best interests at heart and what the side effects or what the true intentions of all of this may be, because we cannot forget that running concurrent with all this wonderful stuff is a depopulation agenda. Any of us who do research, we know that. So that can't be forgotten. And it's so funny when you kind of understand the patterns behind certain things or whatever. No matter what type of way people dress things up or whatever case may be, you tend to see right through it. You see what I'm saying? Um, yeah, I know freedom of speech ain't really freedom. You know what I'm saying? So I would get into some of the current event examples of what I'm talking about when I say that, but as we keep examining these patterns or whatever catch me, we keep talking about this. You watch the news, you start seeing things, you examine patterns in your everyday life, you'll start to see excuse me, as far as micro patterns in your everyday life, you'll start to see the macro patterns as far as the news cycle, as far as things a lot easier, and it'll expand your awareness. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's really what this is about. It's not really about any religious belief. I'm not trying to take. You could, if it's anything about God that you want to know, I'm pretty sure you can Google it or something like that. I can't say it no better than anybody has already said it in the numerous videos and books that have already been written and everything like that. I have numerous predecessors and teachers who influenced me. You see what I'm saying? I direct you to them if you want to know about God and the philosophy. This ain't what that is. This is something to kind of get us ready. It's not saying that this is the end all be all. There may be other systems that may be developed off similar principles and things like that as this, but this is just basically saying to all of us who understand what's going on in the world now or whatever, being smart is not enough. Information is not enough. Oh man, it's just deep information. This ain't information, buddy. This ain't information. This is an algorithm that you actually got to use and you got to do something. It sounds deep when I say, man, honor yourself. That comes across as information. I'm articulating words and expressing it to you in a language. Yeah, that's information technically, but what I'm describing, what I'm trying to get across, it's a method. It's not information. It ain't got nothing to do with um, spirituality at large. As you view the world through a different lens, you start to see certain things that could be associated with spiritual truths, and you start viewing things, differently or whatever case may be. You see what I'm saying? Um, but in essence, this is to help you process information. We gotta move. We gotta raise the bar. we gotta raise the bar up a little bit. You see what I'm saying? And process information, the way we process information, the way we learn, the way we do things, it gotta be upgraded. We gotta go back to a lot of the ways of the ancestors and stuff like that, and comb through different techniques and things like that, and really let this creativity work for us. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I got on that one. Just kind of wanted to follow up with some of the stuff we talked about a little bit earlier. Um, you know, and kind of go into, I don't know, maybe this that kind of brings this full circle. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm I can assume that people may have thought that I was kind of trying to be some sort of new age prophet. Like I said, I ain't trying to be no prophet because y'all ain't got no army to protect no prophet. So I'm not interested in being no prophet. This is an algorithm. Here you go. Like I said, this is the liberator archetype, and not the savior archetype. Ain't nobody getting crucified for nobody. You see what I'm saying? I'm no disrespect to what nobody believe, but I don't operate off of waiting for nobody to come and save us or nothing. We just know what we up against, and you got two hands. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get these wheels turning, and logically assess what's going on in the world, and have some sort of plan or some sort of understanding of what we need to do to kind of like you know, stay where we need to stay at the level we need to stay. But thanks for tuning in. Like what you've been hearing, like and subscribe, man. I appreciate y'all. I know a couple days ago we made it to 5,000 subscribers, man. I appreciate all the love. Um, hey, man, if anybody got any specific questions or anything like that, hit me in the comment section, anything like that. Peace and love, man. Till next time.